From Buffalo to the big leagues, this is Maddie Tells All. Guys, I'm here with Audra Johnson. You might know her as the Wolf of Wall Street at this point. She used to do a bunch of content that was Wolf Girl related, which we all had one of those in high school. And now she's a finance girl working. And now she's incorporating them both. And I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Amazing. I've met you now. I think we've been friends for 2 months or
2
so.
months.
Yes.
Yeah. Back in what, like April?
Yes,
Something
I believe
like
I
that.
met you at one of the syndicate events. What was the first one?
It was the the Met party at the Classic Cars Club in Manhattan.
Got it. And we bonded.
Yes.
And we all went out that night. We went to so many different places. I think I was out until like 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
We were at speakeasies. We were at the car show. But I think where we really bonded was the NASCAR event.
The NASCAR event.
That was insane. We were in the pit at NASCAR, and these men thought you would think they've never saw a girl before.
No.
We were the only girls there.
It was like they've seen us like in a zoo or something like that. It was insane, but I loved every second of it.
I love it. When we were just doing all this content, just like catwalking down, and I'm and they were all just like, and then they were letting us get in their cars. They were giving us
the lug nuts as like their rings. Like the guy in the pit, he screwed it off the tire, and I was like, oh my God, is that for me? And he goes, yeah, puts it in my hand. It's burning sensation.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, it was so hot,
warm?
fresh off the tire.
Damn, okay, that's cool.
It was a marriage proposal.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Obviously. And then you sparked it because then all of us were able to take home a bunch. We just were like, they were giving it to us. One of the girls, Naomi, she turned it into a ring and got diamonds put in. Did you see it yet?
No.
She got diamonds put into
God.
it. I know. We're all doing it wrong. We need to upgrade.
I wish I had that kind of money. Diamond lug nut ring.
Yeah, she's like, oh, it's like $1,400. I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that, but kudos to you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can definitely do that. Right. It's not like that's like rent for the month or anything.
So you are slaying in content right now. And we were just talking about it because now you're doing this transition. Mm-hmm. So tell everyone like what your content was like hardcore before.
Yeah, 100%. So I started off with the Wolf Girl content when I was in high school. I was around 18 years old when it blew up, senior year during COVID, lockdown, bored out of my mind. So I was like, what am I going to do? Make some silly videos. One of them was those Wolf Girl videos. And I used to be that kind of kid in middle school on the playground.
Oh, so you were that kid.
I was that kid.
I thought you were doing it because of some kid that was at your high school.
Oh, no.
So you were the wolf
I was
girl.
the Wolf Girl. I was fully crawling around on all fours on the playground, making potions out of sticks and mud and dirt and grass
Sounds
and
fair.
everything. Biting people occasionally, but it's fine. I just got to claim my territory.
Yeah.
And so, but then after that, made that satire video, like POV, the Wolf Girl in your class comes up to you or something, blew up unexpectedly. And I was like, oh, I got free time. What else am I going to be doing?
Yeah. What numbers did it hit?
I think it hit like 1.2 million was my first
go.
viral video. And that was after it was up for like a week or something. And so I was like, shit, okay, all right, got to keep doing with it. And kept it going, kept it grinding. Got made fun of it at first at my school, because it was like post-COVID, like August is when I started like really blowing up. Mm-hmm. Immediately got back, senior year. Was a theater kid, was a little bit of like that anime.
The theater kid makes sense, for sure.
Yeah, theater kid, anime kid, kind of like T-posing in the hallways and stuff. And so got back and people were like, oh my God, Miss Famous, you're like at 800,000 followers. Let's hang out. Let's be friends.
Isn't that so funny?
Funny.
Yeah.
Funny how you hated me before and now all of a sudden it's like, something's not adding up here.
That is the crazy part about this culture is that you just have people that come out of the woodworks.
Yeah.
And two, sometimes it's for charity donations. It's for anything. And I'm like, you've never followed me. You've never commented on any of my stuff before. And now you want me to do this like charity post. You want me to do this. And like, I get a lot of times it's for, good cause all day. And I still support and still do that. And I'm like, if you could just support my brand as well. You know what I mean? Like I've been hosting events. I've had a clothing line. Portions of the proceeds go back to hospitality workers. And now you're just coming out of the woodworks and it's like take an inch or what is it? Give an inch, take a mile.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like you do one thing, you do one post for someone and then it's everything.
All of a sudden, they're like, oh, you did this. Let's do this again. I'm like, I don't even know you. Who are you?
So is this like some of like the mean girls in high school that all of a sudden were wanting to be your friend?
Yeah, it was.
How did you handle it?
I honestly, like, I didn't have a lot of friends, like, in high school. Growing up, I moved around to, like, 6 states, so I was kind of just
You a
used
military brat?
my mom or my dad was in the Navy.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, it's so crazy. As soon as anyone says that, right away your
Yep.
train of thought goes to military.
Yep. So he retired when we were kids, but, you know, moved around for his job a couple of times, like Jersey, Michigan, Arizona, Colorado, New York, everything like that. And, you know, so growing up, just didn't have a lot of friends, kind of kept it that way in high school. My mom always taught me, you know, you just have 2 to 3 people that are really close to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what matters, because there's a difference between friends and acquaintances.
100%.
And you got to keep those people close. So when these girls were like, yes, oh my God, like, let's make content, like, put me in your TikTok viral dance video. I'm like, A, I don't know how to dance. B, weren't you just like making fun of me like 6 months ago because
Yeah.
I was doing some stuff and all of a sudden you want to be close like that? Like, I don't think so. So dealt with that, you know, graduated, moved to the city, thought I could start over. Same thing happened in college. And now I'm graduated and I really like being an adult and not dealing with that.
100%. So you went to FIT.
Yeah.
So what was it like to be with so many creatives?
It was insane, to put it lightly. Like, there's like, FIT is such a great school for what I wanted to do, right? I went to the business school, majored in advertising and marketing, minor in econ. And, you know, you're able to do so many great things. And it's in-state tuition. It's a SUNY school. So coming from Syracuse, wanted to go to a college that was in the city, didn't want to pay the NYU prices or PACE prices, anything like that. FIT came along and I was like, well, shit, might as well try. Got accepted, moved to the city at 18. And just like the amount of character development that you get, the amount of experiences, what you're able to do fashion-wise, networking, marketing, everything. I think the experience is unmatched. And I couldn't imagine myself being anywhere else than New York
You know what's
City.
so crazy is when I think of FIT, maybe this is my like small town mentality.
Yeah.
All I think about is that you only can go there for fashion. I forget that you can go there for a bunch of different things.
Tons of other things. Yeah. I mean, it's all kind of fashion related, right? Like I was, you know, advertising and marketing in fashion. And then there's fashion business management is like the other big business school program. But there's so many different fields. And it's not just limited to design or
Did
art
you see
and
the
drawing.
craziest outfits on campus?
Oh, yeah.
And you're like,
yeah.
is this cool? Or are they just like strange?
It was a mix of, okay, yeah, I see the vibe, I see the vision with this one outfit, and then you would look at somebody else's outfit and you're like, I'm not gonna be the one to say something, but like that's a little bit bad.
Like I can only imagine then too, just you being in the era of where, right? So you and I were like 10 years apart.
Yeah.
And I didn't in college, like no, Instagram was just coming out, but it wasn't a big priority. I can only imagine the distraction.
Oh, yeah.
But there, it's probably, do they teach social media marketing classes?
100%.
Did you take any of those?
A lot.
Okay.
I will say my one thing about FIT is like it gets so repetitive if you're going for the 4-year program versus the 2. But I mean, it's bachelor's versus associates. But, you know, you take the same social media classes, digital marketing classes. They teach you all about CRMs and marketing and everything you can do with the different platforms like Facebook and Instagram and everything, and Pinterest even.
CRMs, for people who don't know what that is, could you explain?
Customer relation management systems. So basically, if you're a brand, like, you know, how are you going to give your customers the best possible experience? And kind of how that translates into social media too is if you're working with a brand, if you're working with a client, you know, you have to be able to go back and forth and like have it be a seamless process versus just being something that's so difficult. So yeah, I mean, it was great. Loved it, liked it, didn't hate it. So,
Yeah.
but I can't complain. But
Did you guys get into email marketing?
a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for people with email marketing? Because right now, you know, in my generation, I'd say that like at one point we thought emails were dead. And now they're on this big boom and everyone's like, what's your emailing platform? Are you guys doing newsletters? Like, were they teaching anything like that?
They were. The only one that I really can remember off the top of my head is Salesforce. I know is a really good one for like when you're trying to make a database.
I was using MailChimp a lot.
Yeah. MailChimp is also
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, so I mean like any way that you can contact your client or your audience, no matter who they are, they all have different forms of communication that they prefer, like calling, emailing, texting, whatever you can do, get their attention, and you know, you'll have a satisfied client, satisfied customer. So
For sure.
Yeah.
And so then you just got your big girl job only what, like a month or two ago?
I started, beginning of July. So First big girl job straight
And now
out
you're
of
wheeling
college.
and dealing.
Yeah.
You've already gotten 3 contracts under your belt?
I've got right now 7.
7! Mommy!
So, but I'm continuing to work on it. First month. I love it though. It's great. It's financial sales. I work as a loan advisor. And it's never something that I thought I'd be able to do or go into out of college, especially because my little ex-boyfriend, classic private equity analyst bro at Goldman Sachs. He was like, "Oh, babe, I just don't think that I don't think that you're suitable to work in finance." It was literally
because your personality's loud and fun.
Exactly. I'm
no,
fun.
I hear you
I'm
on
festive. He was literally the real life Warren to my Elle Woods. And you know what? To this day,
wait, I'm dead.
I thank him for it because it gives me that drive and that power to be like, oh, what? Like, it's hard. You said that I couldn't do this. And now all of a sudden, okay, here we are.
I think my ex always thought I was going to be a lifetime bartender.
Really?
And I did so much more when I was just bartending. I mean, we were doing event weddings. We were designing, cocktail menus. I was running their social media. Right. If the kitchen was short-staffed or we decided to open up the doors, past 11 for some of the stagehands at Shays, I went in the kitchen. I was cooking wings. Like, I was a team player. Wherever that restaurant needed me, I was always trying to give advice, always trying to host events, so that I wasn't ever just classified as a bartender.
Right.
And I would say it's like haters are the biggest motivators.
They are.
I totally took that momentum when we broke up. And I was like, I am going to be seen everywhere. Mm-hmm. And I am everywhere.
Because isn't it the best feeling? Like, once you prove people wrong who doubted you the entire time.
Do you think he knows where you are right now working?
God, no. We blocked each other so far long ago.
And does he live in New York?
Yeah.
I'm sure the algorithm might still take him there.
Who knows? But you know what? Good riddance. It's, when you have someone like that, especially when you're dating like a narcissist, they just make you question everything about yourself. Everything about okay, what am I doing? Is it right? Is it wrong?
I've never really dated one, and I still don't understand what narcissism and give me
the rundown.
Yes. Teach these girls about red flags, because maybe I've gotten it before and I just don't even know.
So I don't even know where to begin. All right. So when you're dating a narcissist, it all starts out great. Love bombing, classic. The honeymoon phase. If you're lucky, it reaches 3 months, sometimes less. And so the whole thing about it is that they make you ride these waves of extreme highs and terrible lows, where it's like such an emotional flux where you get hooked on their emotional validation. So you'll do literally anything just to get that tiny little bit of praise. And the entire time they're negging you, making you feel like you're worth less than what you are, and just being not supportive in the slightest. You think that you're asking for the world, but literally you're asking for the bare minimum. And it's so insane because you'll be like, okay, what am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? And when you apologize for something, it's they never forgive you for it. It's it's such a big thing. It's held over your head. They'll constantly remind you of the time where it's oh, remember when you did this? Oh, I do. Months later, versus when they apologize, you're okay, I want to be the bigger person. I actually have a heart and a conscience. Let's work on this. We can move past it. No use digging up old shit in the backyard like a dog,
Yeah.
And just moving on. But so then, on top of that, it's nuts. It's insane. And they will make you think you're crazy. You'll have an argument, you'll bring something up, try to be productive and say, hey, when you said this really hurt me. And that's that immediate emotional shutdown of, oh, when did I ever say that? Oh, name one time that I said that. And all of a sudden it messes with your mind because you're I know you've said this, but I just can't remember when. So I literally started making a notes app on my phone of specific instances.
I'm dead. If that's not a red flag to get out, I don't know what is.
To get out. Yep. And it's it gets to a point where it's you love them, you love them, but it's just such an emotional toll on you. You're unhappy, you want it to work, and they make you think you can't do any better. This is the best that I'm gonna be getting. And that's so far from the truth. I mean, it's I'm still healing from it. He's moved on to another girlfriend. I think they're living together now. It's been 6 months, but that's the difference between somebody who can actually process their emotions and their feelings versus somebody who just jumps back into something to hide how they're feeling, to not even confront their own emotions. And, you know, so that's narcissism in a nutshell. It's oh my God, you're lucky.
I'm blessed. I don't think I've ever dealt with that. So I'm like, maybe I do pick semi-winners, but, you know, sometimes it just like doesn't work out. I mean, like, it was crazy. I'm not into, what's it called? Signs. Astrology. Everyone's like, what's your sign? But my last boyfriend, he was a triple Virgo.
Oh my God.
I know. And it was so funny because, you know, Adam Wally.
Yeah.
He sent me an invite for his birthday and it says Virgo season. And it's a guy on top of a roof with a vacuum. And I was like, I texted him.
What does this mean?
Clean freaks. They're so organized, and it's like a triple Virgo. Like when I really tried to dive into more details about it, it was so like a personality. Like this man, even when he would like come stay with me for like 3 weeks, we both like lived separate lives. Like both traveled all over. So when he came at my house for like 3 weeks, his cable cords were so organized. His clothes, like I'd be like, you can, you know, put stuff in a drawer, you can hang stuff in the everything was so perfect. His hands were so clean. When he showered, he was doing his toes, making sure like never any dirt underneath the nails. And I look at mine right now as like a quote unquote food blogger. I'm disgusting.
Oh, don't even.
I used to get my nails done. And I realized the nail salons in my neighborhood are horrendous. And it's like, I was just getting the dip and it was lasting me like 2 weeks. And I was like, I'm done with this.
Done. No. Yeah. I started doing like those press-ons, but my nails are green. I'm not even going to show the camera. It's embarrassing. My nails are green because water got underneath them. And I'm like trying to grow them out. And it's like, oh my God, I'm done.
I know.
Don't look.
Mine are so weak right now, but I'm like, ugh. Okay.
It's embarrassing.
So right now, you and I have been talking a lot because myself and my brand has been doing the pivot where Buffalo Food Slit now is staying a own social media account to basically be a curated food blog and content for strictly Buffalo Bills fans, Buffalo everything. Then we have Madeline Hall. There's obviously still going to be a hint of me always doing Buffalo stuff, everything, but more New York City lifestyle. And then we have the podcast. With you yourself right now, you were doing this whole thing of being like a wolf girl. You know, that was the content, but that was your high school version of yourself.
Yeah.
Now you're in finance, but now we're merging them.
Merging the two worlds. The wolf girl of Wall Street, you know?
Yes. Is that what we're going to go with? Can you rebrand it to that? Because I think it's iconic.
I think so.
And Wolf of Wall Street is my favorite movie in the whole entire world.
I saw it, like, when I first got this job. I rewatched it, like, again. I hadn't seen it in, like, a year.
I'm dead.
And so, you know, the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, it's, like, classic New York story. Like, you got Leonardo DiCaprio acting as Jordan Belfort. You know, it didn't, like, really hit me. And then I rewatched it again after going through, like, a week of training. And I'm like, oh, my God. It all makes so much sense now. It all makes so much sense. Except, no, except for the fact that, like, what we do is actually legal.
Yes.
You know?
There is a difference there.
There is a difference between doing something that's legal and helping businesses get loans versus, I mean, I don't know, selling penny stocks on a piece of paper. Right. But yeah, Wolf Girl of Wall Street, I think it's time to put her into full swing. You know, merging the two eras.
Was that your first video the other day?
That was.
Okay, tell them what happened.
All right. So, I mean, listen, I just had the idea in my head. Actually, it spawned from when I had to deal with this really shitty client over the phone. Oof. And I was just having a rough day.
Oh, you're going to have good content just from that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I was just having a really rough day. You know, talked to my manager. I was like, this guy, he just said the most vile stuff to me, like insane. And he goes, why don't you make a video about it? And I was like, that's actually like a really good idea. So went home that evening, you know, made myself my dinner, set up my camera. I just started freeballing it, spitballing, ad-libbing. And, you know, 2 days later, that video is at like 200,000 views, which is kind of nuts.
What are the comments?
So, oh my God, they're always like, Wolf Girl is back. Oh my God, 2025, let's go.
Oh my God, I'm dead. The fans are coming back.
They're going nuts.
That's what you want.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so sweet though, because the entire Wolf Girl fan base, my wolflings, you know, ever since I started making content, they're like, oh my God, like you're the blueprint of cringe. Like you're doing all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, I'm a fashion student. I was ex-fashion student, went to that school, modeling, finance, but to be cringe is to be free. And it's like,
to cringe is to be free.
Cringe is to be free. And if you're not able to like, you know, yeah, you have your serious side of yourself, whatever, you can't take yourself too seriously. And it took me so long to get over that because there was such a point in my life where I just like, I wanted to bury Wolf Girl. I wanted to fully go into modeling, fully go into fashion and be like, that's not me. That's not who I am anymore.
Yeah.
Hence like such a long hiatus. And that's why it feels so nice to finally be like, you know what? screw it. Like, let's just do it. Go back into it. Embrace the cringe. People love it. And, you know, merge the two worlds where it's like, yeah, I'm not going to be like the wolf girl in school anymore because that's a little bit, I'm like 22 years old.
Yeah.
But I can merge it into, it's like, I'm an adult now, you know, finance, wolf of Wall Street, wolf girl of Wall Street. It just makes sense. So I think the pivoting might start going in that direction.
And it's so funny because we were just, you know, you and I had a beach day and we were just discussing this.
Yeah,
A ton about social media. You made the video of Take Me to the Sea,
oh, yeah.
you know, which was great. And we were talking about that and I was just like, hey, like, you know, the finance part of you, I think being a woman in finance is, again, it's a niche market.
Exactly.
So what are you always trying to find on social media is to be a niche market. And that's what I would say is that everyone's like, oh my God, you're in New York City. How are you not doing so much food blogging? It's a very big market here.
It is.
There's a lot of people doing it. A lot of really amazing, talented. I mean, the one guy that I follow, Yes Chef, he does 42 angles on a video clip, which means he probably has like 3 different videographers, and every angle that he's taking,
oh my God,
he's also taking, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
7 steps to make that content. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, if I had crazy sponsorship money and I was doing that, like, let's go.
Let's get a full crew. Come on.
I'm like, I'm going to let the food content organically happen. Like, I had so much fun yesterday. Well, the video is going to come out, but we couldn't take hardly any videos because it was dinner in the dark, pitch black.
Yep.
Even walking down the stairs with blindfolds on, you don't know what the space looks like in the basement, and you have all the utensils if you want to. I ate with my hands the whole time. I love eating with my hands.
It's underrated.
But it was so funny because I put my fingers right into soup, and I was like, oh, that's soup. So then I found the spoon and ate it. The whole time I'm like, yo, that's broccoli. That's broccoli. It was corn. It was corn soup. And I just was like, blown. When you can't see what you're eating, it is so hard to distinct what you're having. But I was like, and that was a company that reached out to me and was like, hey, like when that kind of stuff happens and we have a videographer and we have a team, like, let's go. I'm going to make that food content all day. But gotta be honest, it's been so nice going out to eat and not pulling out my phone and just for the first time in like 5 years, just enjoying a hot meal by myself, or, you know, not doing that. But it's that work-life balance. How do you do that? I know that you're a big family person when you go home to Syracuse.
100%.
You know, what do you guys do?
Usually when I go back home, you know, I'm actually going back home over Labor Day weekend. I go just
You go home for like major holidays, I feel like, all the time. You were home last time.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, everything like that. I always love trying to make time for my family. You know, I mean, without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. They are the reason that I was able to get myself started and living in New York, you know, go to school. They fully believed in me when I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do social media on the side. I'm still going to go to college. They're like, all right, cool. Just make sure you're able to pay kind of halfway through, you know, and so without them, I owe them everything. They've made so many sacrifices. My mom, my dad, everybody. And yeah, I love going up and visiting them. We're going to actually the Syracuse State Fair over Labor Day.
Oh, so what does that look like?
It's so insane.
The food's insane for that because they've been doing huge promotions for it, I've seen.
Yeah. Food is nuts. Favorite, you can't go wrong with the funnel cake.
You know, I'll try to see if my buddy's going to be there. He's a food content creator. He's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
It's like New York Local Eats. Let me get the actual handle. I don't want to not give him the right handle. But usually he's from Syracuse.
Okay.
And he goes to all of those events, but you two could make some good content.
Fire.
So what are you guys going to do there?
You know, it's kind of just like a little getaway because I just am like, you know what? I started my new job. I'm going through a lot. Let me go home, see my mommy. I love my mommy. Just for a little bit. My dad, maybe my sister's going to be coming up. And it's just a good 2-day getaway to just get out of it. I feel like anybody who lives in the city, you have to get out of the city. Every now and then. Otherwise, you're going to lose your mind.
Eat local New York.
Eat local New York.
He's awesome. Yeah. He's got 81,000 followers. I don't know what his TikTok is, but his content is incredible. His vocabulary. But yeah, he was just doing, I think, a bunch of promotional stuff for that.
Nice.
So if you're there.
Yeah. If I'm there.
You guys are going to eat some food together.
Gonna shout out. I'm going to get my Alpha Wolf snacks in. Gray.
So I love talking about brand deals, and as my own entrepreneur and someone who we didn't have PR and agencies in Buffalo, New York that we could really go to seek advice. God bless my best friend Jessica Bryan. She's been my mentor through this journey. Her husband's a Food Network star from Buffalo, and we've just had to figure it out on our own. Yeah. So when I was talking to you, you're like, oh yeah, I've made my own media kit and press kit. What does that look like? Did they teach you any of that in school or?
Yeah, actually. So when I was starting off, you I made my media and press kits on Canva, and I still honestly,
I still do it on
kind of
Canva
do.
all day.
Kind of do, but I didn't know what I was doing. At FIT, they do actually teach you like a couple of different courses. Like if you're going to be pitching to a brand, if you're going to be, using yourself, you got to be able to put together a media and press kit. So, that in terms of like what my rates are, in terms of like for different things, like, okay, if it's like a minute long TikTok video, 30 seconds, Instagram, what's the rate for a story?
So you even have that on the price sheet?
Yeah. What's the rate for a story? What's the rate for, a post or like a carousel? And it's all negotiable. It's like the base, but like if it's like a bigger brand, if it's a smaller brand, you have like a little bit of.
You did a big one with Taco Bell, didn't you?
No.
Or was it? Oh, you didn't do it?
No.
Did you? Didn't? I thought
Who
you.
Did I do it with? No.
Something. You were talking about some big company, and it was like a $7,000 sponsorship.
Oh gosh, who was it?
I know you're like so many. I don't know.
So
which one
many.
I did.
I don't even know. No. I have partnered with a lot of cool places in New York though. Mainly like hospitality, lifestyle. I did one with the Standard Hotel. LeBain, also showcasing the restaurant at the bottom there. It was a full comp, everything like that. Paid on top of it. Great.
We love
a good pay.
Speaking of hospitality, so glad that you brought it up. Hospitality is a huge part of my background, and it put you through college.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was that your first ever hosting job?
Yeah. So I was a host at this little restaurant we like to call Catch Steak, and it was a nightmare. It wasn't that bad. It was just like.
But was the food good?
The food was banging.
Okay.
The food was banging.
Steak,
I can't lie.
Did you get comped meals or 50% off?
Yeah, we in the middle of a shift, they would have like a 30-minute break. You could order up to $50 on the menu, and that was your meal. Except the food was so good, it would send you into a food coma. You couldn't eat halfway through your shift. You had to wait till the end.
That's fair.
Otherwise, you'd be at the host stand, like your stomach full, feeling like you're gonna pass out at like 10 p.m. Yeah, but I
can't believe you actually got 30-minute breaks. I think my whole life throughout hospitality, even though that 30 minutes is taken out of your paycheck, you never see that 30-minute break ever.
Nope.
Hot take on that. What is that?
Nope. It's so true. So the little trick that we would used to do is like, as soon as you hit 6 hours or if you go over 6 hours, then the 30-minute break is mandatory. However, if you clock out at like, say you get there at 6, you take your 30-minute break, you clock out at like 11:59 p.m. Nobody ever said that like the 30-minute break had to be on the time card.
Okay. Oh, that's solid.
There you go. It's different.
But it's just so funny because we would just always be so slammed that like I feel like it would be crazy if anyone came over to you on a double and was like, oh, go take your 30-minute break. That literally never happened.
Yeah.
But this was my hot take the other day. It's crazy. People in the service industry, if you smoke cigarettes, you could just go leave for 15 minutes and take a smoke break. You're not clocking out half the time. And then you come back and you smell like cigarettes. And I'm like, how is that?
No, it's insane. I mean, like, that one, I'm like, maybe I should just start smoking cigarettes so I can get the 15-minute breaks.
That's what I talked about the other day. I thought about it and I was like, dude, if I do start smoking cigarettes, I can like dip out during
it's
rushes.
a legal right. I remember when I was signing up for this company, they had like somewhere in the contract.
It's a legal right?
I think so. Yeah, like a smoker's right or something like that.
Probably.
It said something about like, if you're going out for a smoke, you get like 15-minute breaks every blah, 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 blah. I don't know if it was for this company, but it was definitely like when I was working retail and hospitality, they had that. And I'm like, well, time to start smoking, time to go to Paris.
So you said retail and hospitality.
Yeah.
How do you think hospitality has shaped you into the finance woman you are now?
Oh, it's definitely made me like more comfortable to be a people person. Definitely understanding like when you're a hostess, like you're dealing with clients, like the people who come in, they're looking for a table. You have to be able to like kind of manage their expectations or it's like, all right, it's going to be this much of a wait. Deal with pushback where they're like starting to fight with you. You're doing everything in your power to be like,
what do you mean you don't have any open tables? Their thing when it's like they walk into a restaurant and there's a million open tables and it's like, sir, reservations are coming in the next 15 or 30 minutes unless you want to literally sit down and be in and out in 20 minutes. But they don't understand.
And there's like so many times where I've had to be like, these people come in 15 minutes late for the reservation. It's fine. I'll cut them some slack for it. It's whatever. But that's usually like the grace period. And, somebody is like sitting in their table. They just hadn't gone up yet. It was the reservation prior to them. And they'll have to wait like another, 15 minutes because they were late. They missed their time. It's whatever. They'll come up to me and they'll be like, we've been waiting for 30 minutes. Our reservation was here. And I'm like, well, you came in late and I tried to work you back into the system. Just give me a couple of minutes to have a drink at the bar in the meantime. Chill, enjoy your evening.
Yes.
And so, this one time this lady comes up to me and she goes, I can't wait any longer. I'm starving. Can you move these people from the table and tell them to leave? And I go, okay, would you like somebody to do that to you? And she goes, well, no. And I'm like, okay, exactly. Go have another drink. Go chow down.
Give her like
enjoy
a loaf
yourself.
of bread.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Here you go. You're hangry. Have a little Snickers. Okay? A little Snickers. Have a little, And so, but yeah, all of that. And retail, especially during holiday season.
I don't even want to know. I went to Black Friday once at the Galleria Mall. My brother and I racked up an insane bill thinking our parents were going to pay for any of it. And they were like, what is this?
What is going on?
And the mall was insanity.
Yeah. I feel like Black Friday just isn't like that anymore, though.
It's
not.
No.
I mean,
everyone online shops,
Everyone. And like Cyber Monday, like Amazon, all these other things. It's like that's what's taken over. So many malls are dying nowadays. But it's like, I wish, Except I don't miss working in that jewelry store.
See, I gotta take you though to the American Dream Mall.
Yeah,
because it's insane. You
can
ski
I
there.
Need to go.
And there's a water park. There's Nickelodeon rides, and I know you and me, and we will go ride those kids rides. Kids rides are my favorite.
They're so good.
You get
They're
butterflies in your stomach because of like just the little hills on it. I know you're always down to be a child with me.
Oh yeah.
You and I couldn't even sit down on the beach. We were just walking back and forth. I'm like tunable.
Yep. Yeah, I can't. I have to have activities. I love activities.
100%.
100%.
So that's like why I'm so happy that I live like by a park, but I'm like, man, I need to either find a boyfriend or someone that lives by my neighborhood because like on a Tuesday night, I just want to have a picnic in the park.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Easy.
Picnic
Simple.
in the park. You know what I mean? Some of that, you know what I mean? Have a glass of wine on my patio, like, or just take little bike rides, I got to do it more. I haven't gone and explored Central Park. Like I've done that as a child.
Yeah.
But I haven't gone, are you by there?
Yeah, I live like a couple blocks away from it, east side. And so it's great. I always love frolicking around. Saturday you can find me in Sheep's Meadow, just getting a little sun on, and like possibly running around the loop looking for a potential man,
A mate.
A mate. I'm hunting for my co-alpha.
I saw your one video. It was like right after we met, and it was like, you're in your race outfit.
Yeah.
And you're just like, gonna go see if there's any cute boys on the track today.
Who's available in Central Park today.
That's the thing. I go running almost every morning in Prospect Park.
Yeah.
And I see hot men, but I never see them out in public.
Yeah. Why is that?
Wait, what's your type?
Ooh. Motorcycle, tall, dark, handsome, I love brown curly hair, brown eyes.
Oh, you blew my mind the one time. Like we ran into, that was after the Syndicate Met Gala event.
Yeah.
We ran into some random guy that knew a guy, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm going to take my motorcycle out. And you and him were just shot for shot about motorcycles. And we all look at her, we're like, what? And she's like, oh yeah, I love motorcycles. And I'm like, damn, this bitch has got all the little secrets.
All the little ones. Yeah, no, uncle grew up, I grew up with him riding motorcycles. Other uncle collected classic cars, so I just always was into it. Kind of want to get a motorcycle, but my mom's not a big fan. But sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Exactly. So as we talk about social media, do you have any advice or tips for people?
Yeah.
And I'm someone who's always, I try to answer every single DM. I try to answer every single comment. That's how I've sought a great engagement rate and why I feel like people, when they meet me, feel like they know me. How do you prioritize?
100%. I would say the biggest advice is to not take anything for granted, right? Like you might get something that blows up or you might not, and you might just be like a small niche creator. But that response, that reply, and that engagement with your audience is so important because those are the people who are going to be supporting you every step of the way, and even if it's just one comment, just like, oh my God, like, hi, can you say hi back? Say hi back. It's not that hard. It takes 2 seconds and it makes someone's day.
And if a brand, you want to reach out to a brand or a brand reaches out to you, what is like your go-to method?
100%. Yeah, I would say, Instagram DMs, the power of the DM. It's so underrated because nowadays too, like, all these social media managers, like you want to get in touch with the brand, they're more likely to be on Instagram kind of managing their feed, managing clients than they are on email. And so, if you're DMing them, they'll see that. They'll go into the requests, see what you're like and everything about that. And it also gives them a visual as to who you are and like the kind of content you curate. And immediately
it's a digital resume.
It is.
That
it is.
and like LinkedIn. You said you're very active on LinkedIn as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, it
call
comes with the
myself
finance
a
territory.
LinkedIn whore. Excuse my language, but it has changed my life. It's gotten me the biggest brand deals. I'll say the difference between Instagram and TikTok is you're talking to the social media manager. You are talking to maybe possible intern. You're talking to the lower, but still want to impress them 100%.
Absolutely.
With LinkedIn, it's the VPs, it's the CEOs, the founders, it's the big boys. And that's your real, that's a resume on steroids. It's a resume and digital, made a baby, and they can fact check every single thing right then and there.
Yeah.
And two, like if you get the LinkedIn priority, like then you can DM anyone that you want. You can see who's looking at your profile. And if you can see that M&T Bank from, Buffalo, New York, or, a New York Mets or whatever, was that New York Mets person is looking at your profile 7 times, send a message. Yeah. You see that they're constantly interested.
Engage with them. Don't be afraid.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Don't be afraid.
Mm-hmm.
But I absolutely love that. I mean, it's so cool to just create and bond with other just boss babes. And it's like I said, for you to be able to manage the social media platform with the following that you have and be a finance bro is just beyond me. That you can like, I was gonna say, like, you just go home. Do you like have a bunch of outfits and then make your content? Like, are you just every day making content?
It's like I used to have the Wolf Girl uniform, which was like a t-shirt with the wolf printed out on it, and it had alpha on the back, and I would wear my glasses for like that ultra, like, oh, she's greasy look, But now those 2 other videos that I made with the Wolf Girl of Wall Street, those are just my work. These are my work clothes.
Yep.
I mean, it's so nice because like I work at a firm where it's like, dress up, but you can just like be a little casual about it. Like it's upscale casual.
Okay, I love that.
So I don't have to wear the Goldman blue shirt every day. Thank God.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
I think I would actually, just kind of throw myself off the 18th floor or whatever it is, something like that.
Here's the 16th. So, at the beach, I was telling you, since, now that we officially coded you as a Bills fan, I mean, you're from Syracuse. You've had to see Bills stuff all over, right?
All over the place.
Like, is there any sports bars in Syracuse that, like, or on football Sundays that you've ever, like, seen just people rocking Bills stuff?
Orange Crate pops off.
What is it?
Orange Crate pops off.
Is that's a bar there?
Yeah,
in Syracuse?
It's like right by the Syracuse University.
Okay.
Right on that street there with like the cobblestone and all these little shops. You go to Orange Crate on like a Bills night, everybody's going nuts. Everybody's going insane. Just,
done. Noted. I'm going to go there.
Do it.
So we're going to get you to a Bills game. I know that you're so excited. You're going to drive down with me. We've already talked about this. Yeah. I want you to see me in my element, just on the mic, at game day,
rallying
just
up.
Going crazy. I mean, it's so much fun. There's a stage, DJ, shipping container bars. We've had so many people from the Food Network channel, famous TikTokers, like you name it, coming. And hopefully by this episode, we'll have the Nelk boys there. Like, it's like milk, but with an N, like Nelk, like Nelk, Nelk. They're huge. They have like 4 million followers. They're crazy. But we just, every day we're getting DMs from people. Can I come to the tailgate? We're hosting MTV. We've done this 3 years in a row. MTV The Challenge, 3rd most watched show on CBS. It has like 40 seasons. They come. We do their official party. We do their after party. Like, it's going to be nuts. And have you had buffalo chicken wings before?
I don't think I would be an actual Bills fan or a New Yorker if I hadn't.
Okay. But you have come to Buffalo before, right?
Yeah. Okay. I visited my family. They're over in Rochester, some of them. So we drove to Buffalo, had some wings, almost died. My taste buds almost burnt off in a good way.
Okay. Do you know where you went?
No idea. It was like years ago.
You probably went to some touristy place. Classic, Anger Bar, Duff's.
Classic.
I'll say, though, shout out Duff's for the content you've been putting out, because it's not to say that your wings aren't great, right? But it's just like one of those things that's been around for so long that it's gotten a little like overplayed. But their content, I appreciate good content. Your wings are looking good. I think I'm going to have to maybe go give it another try of just like, in high school, we had one like by us, like by the Seneca West hockey rink that I think that we dip over to and eat. But that's the last time I had Duff's. But I appreciate good content all day.
Hell yeah. What do you think about B-dubs?
B-dubs.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, God. I think they tried to come to Buffalo and they didn't last long. And I think they're gone. Or there might be one location and it's like outside of the city. But like Buffalo Wild Wings, that's owned by a guy from like Minnesota. He's not even a true
It's not even
Buffalo
It's
fan.
not even comparable.
But that's hysterical. I'm gonna just creep on their Instagram. If they got good content, I can appreciate good content, you know?
Right.
But
the flavor,
we'll
taste,
have to see.
authenticity is just not there.
Well, we have to close up. Let people know the Instagram handles and anything else.
Okay. Well, you can follow me at Audra G. Johnson on Instagram. Audra J. Johnson on TikTok. I don't know why I just messed that up. I know my own name. Final words to the audience. ABW. Always be wolfing.
I was like, where is this going?
Where's this going? What's she cooking with this? No, I cooked.
Well, guys, she is going to be spitting out some good finance stories mixed in with a little bit of Wolf Girl. It's interesting, it's unique, and she's a Bills fan. So go follow her and go Bills always.
Go Bills. Damn.
From small town roots to the big city hustle, remember your past doesn't define you. Your passion does. If something hits home today, share it, tag me, even write in. Be a part of this community. This isn't just my mic, it's ours. Check the episode description below for all the links. Until next time, keep building your empire your way.